Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Have you ever wondered how a chronic illness can alter your mental state? It's an inquiry that might seem abstract, but the reality is, chronic illnesses can greatly influence our psychological well-being. The psychological impact of chronic illness. For many, the diagnosis of a chronic illness is just the beginning of a long, arduous journey. It's not simply about managing physical symptoms. It's also about navigating the emotional and psychological toll these conditions can take. Stress, for instance, is a significant factor. The persistent worry about managing symptoms, maintaining a semblance of normal life, or grappling with the unpredictability of the condition can be incredibly taxing. Depression, too, is a common companion to chronic illness. The persistent nature of these diseases, the constant discomfort, the disruption to daily life, and the feeling of being trapped in one's own body can all contribute to feelings of despair and hopelessness. It's a heavy burden to bear, and it's one that requires as much attention as the physical symptoms. Anxiety is another psychological implication that often walks hand in hand with chronic illness. The uncertainty, the fear of the future, the concern about how the illness will progress, all these factors can fuel anxiety. It's like living with a ticking time bomb, never quite knowing when it will go off. Yet there's a beacon of hope in the form of psychological counseling. This form of therapy plays a vital role in helping patients navigate the emotional turbulence that comes with chronic illness. It provides them with the tools to manage stress, combat feelings of depression, and cope with anxiety. It's a lifeline that can help patients regain control over their lives, even when their bodies seem to be in rebellion. So, it's clear that chronic illnesses don't just affect the body, they also leave a profound impact on the mind. It's a reminder that our mental and physical health are not separate entities, but intertwined aspects of our overall well-being. Indeed, the mind and the body are interconnected and both need equal care and attention. Chronic illness in children and adolescents. But what about our young ones? How does chronic illness affect children and adolescents? Children and adolescents grappling with chronic illnesses face unique hurdles. While these are formative years for all, for those living with chronic conditions, they are often marred by struggles that extend beyond simply managing their physical health. One of these challenges is grappling with self-esteem. The constant hospital visits, the need for medication, and the physical changes that illness may bring can make a young person feel different from their peers. They may start to question their worth and their place in their social circles, leading to a dip in their self-esteem. This brings us to our second point: social isolation. Children and adolescents with chronic illnesses often find themselves spending more time in medical environments than social ones. Their peers may not fully understand their condition, leading to a sense of exclusion. The fear of being seen as different can result in self-imposed isolation, further compounding their sense of loneliness. Then, there's the issue of academic difficulties. Chronic illnesses often mean frequent absences from school, leading to missed lessons and falling behind in coursework. The fatigue and discomfort associated with some conditions can also make concentration difficult, affecting their academic performance. But it's not all doom and gloom. Early intervention and psychological counseling can make a world of difference. By providing a safe space to express their feelings, counselors can help these children and adolescents navigate their emotions and equip them with coping strategies. Counseling can also address issues of self-esteem, helping them to understand that their worth is not defined by their illness. It can encourage them to build supportive networks, reducing feelings of isolation. And for those struggling academically, counselors can work with schools to ensure that their needs are met, helping them to reach their full academic potential. Children and adolescents with chronic illnesses need not just medical care, but also psychological support to live a fulfilling life. Their journey may be tough, but with the right support, they can rise above their challenges and lead rich, fulfilling lives. Chronic illness in adulthood. As we age, the challenges posed by chronic illness evolve. What are these challenges and how can adults cope? Chronic illness in adulthood can often feel like a game of chess. You're constantly strategizing, making moves, and adapting to the changes on the board. The challenges can be multifaceted, touching various aspects of life. From the workplace to personal relationships and mental health, chronic illness can leave its mark in ways that aren't always visible. In the workplace, chronic illness can present unique difficulties. Adults may struggle to maintain regular work hours or meet performance expectations due to physical limitations or frequent medical appointments. This can lead to stress and insecurity about job stability. On the personal front, chronic illness can strain relationships. Partners, family members, and friends may not fully understand the physical and emotional toll of the illness, leading to miscommunication and feelings of isolation. And let's not forget mental health. Chronic illness and mental health are closely intertwined. The physical limitations and social challenges posed by chronic illness can contribute to feelings of anxiety and depression. It's a heavy burden to carry, but it's important to remember that you're not alone. Psychological counseling plays a crucial role in helping adults navigate these challenges. Counseling can provide a safe space to express feelings and fears and explore coping strategies. It can help individuals redefine their self-image, shifting from a focus on illness to a focus on strength and resilience. Counseling can also provide tools to manage stress and anxiety and improve communication with loved ones. For some, group therapy can offer a sense of community and understanding, providing a platform to share experiences and learn from others who are walking a similar path. The journey of managing chronic illness is not a sprint, but a marathon with its own ups and downs. However, with the right psychological support and personal resilience, it becomes more of a manageable hike than an insurmountable mountain. Chronic illness in adulthood can be daunting, but with the right psychological support, it is manageable. Remember, every challenge presents an opportunity for growth and resilience. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. Chronic illness counseling, a flexible approach. One size does not fit all, especially when it comes to psychological counseling for chronic illness. Why is a flexible approach necessary? Well, a chronic illness by its very nature is a long-term game. It's not a one-off event, but a constant companion, and as such, it requires a tailored approach that can adapt over time, just as the illness itself may change. This is where the need for personalized counseling strategies comes into play. You see, each patient's experience with their chronic illness is unique, shaped by factors such as their personal history, their social and emotional support networks, their coping mechanisms, and even their personality traits. Therefore, a one-size-fits-all counseling approach simply will not do. Let's take cognitive behavioral therapy, for example. This technique can be incredibly effective for many patients, helping them to identify and challenge negative thought patterns that can exacerbate their illness. However, for others, a more relationship-focused method, such as family therapy, may be more beneficial. This approach can help to address any interpersonal issues that may be contributing to the stress of managing a chronic illness. Then there's mindfulness-based stress reduction, a technique that encourages patients to stay present and focused rather than getting caught up in worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. This can be particularly helpful for patients who struggle with anxiety or depression as a result of their illness. But the key here is flexibility. A good therapist must be able to pivot, to adapt their approach based on the unique needs and circumstances of each patient. That might mean combining techniques or switching strategies entirely, depending on what's working and what's not. This is not about finding a quick fix, but about building a toolbox of coping strategies that patients can draw from throughout their journey with chronic illness. One that can evolve and grow with them, providing the support they need at every step along the way. A flexible approach in counseling can help patients with chronic illnesses lead a better quality of life. And isn't that what we're all striving for? To lead the best life possible regardless of the challenges we face? The role of caregivers. Behind every patient with a chronic illness, there's often a dedicated caregiver. What role do they play in the patient's psychological health? Well, the role of caregivers is vital, and it extends far beyond the physical care of the patient. They are the backbone of emotional support, providing comfort, encouragement, and understanding. They are the ones who help the patients navigate the choppy waters of chronic illness, making the journey a little less daunting. Caregivers are often the lifeline for patients, fostering a sense of normalcy in a world that's been turned upside down by illness. They help patients maintain their dignity and self-esteem, which can be so easily eroded by the relentless onslaught of chronic illness. They are the cheerleaders, the confidants, the pillars of strength. However, being a caregiver is not without its challenges. It's an emotionally taxing role, often filled with stress, anxiety, and feelings of helplessness. The psychological burden can be immense as caregivers grapple with the reality of the illness and the impact it has on the person they care about. Caregivers often put their own needs and well-being on the back burner, focusing all their energy on the patient. This can lead to caregiver burnout, a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. It's a stark reminder that caregivers, too, need support and care. That's why it's crucial to acknowledge the psychological challenges faced by caregivers and provide them with the necessary mental health support. This can range from counseling and therapy to support groups and respite care. It's about giving caregivers the tools they need to cope, to recharge, and to continue providing the best care possible. Let's not forget, caregivers are the unsung heroes in the journey of chronic illness. They shoulder immense responsibility, they face daunting challenges, but they do so with unwavering dedication and love. Their mental well-being is equally important. After all, in the fight against chronic illness, we're all in this together. Conclusion: chronic illness is not just a physical battle, but a psychological one as well. From the impact of chronic illness on our psychology, to its unique challenges in children, adolescents, and adults, we've explored the importance of flexible counseling and the crucial role caregivers play. These aspects underscore the need for a comprehensive approach to managing chronic illness. Remember, mental health is as important as physical health, especially when dealing with chronic illness. Seek help, support each other, and remember, you are not alone. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.